Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Caitlin and today I'm going to take you with me to make some Blamco mac and cheese. So this is a recipe that I've made several times out of a Fallout cookbook, which is a video game, and my future sister-in-law Jenny requested I make this for her bridal shower, which as I'm filming this I just got finished, but the video took place at like 7:30 this morning, so I'm not gonna lie, it was a little bit of a hot mess, so bear with me. I think you'll get the gist of the recipe. I hope you enjoy, and I can't wait to hear your thoughts of the recipe down in the comments below. It's kind of different, I'm not gonna lie. It has a few ingredients, like I don't know any other mac and cheese recipe that has carrots as an ingredient, but let me know what your favorite mac and cheese recipe is below. I feel like everyone has their own way of making it, and I would love to hear what your favorite is. And without any more further ado, let's go ahead and get into the recipe. Alright guys, so here's the recipe we are making today. This is actually from Wesley's Fallout cookbook. His sister got this for him for a gift for either his birthday or Christmas or something one year. And I've made a few things out of this and we've loved them all. This one's the Blamco mac and cheese. Here's the nice little photo from the game. And here's the recipe. So I'm just going to give you a minute here and kind of scroll down in case you want to pause, write down any of these ingredients or instructions. I would agree with this that it is pretty easy, but you do have to know a couple of things. One of those things is that when the directions begin, they assume that you have already cooked the pasta. That's not part of the directions. I didn't realize that the very first time, even though it does clearly say here one of the ingredients is the macaroni cooked. So I would say, you know, do that first and then you can worry about looking at this page. So since I'm getting ready for Jenny's bridal shower, I'm actually making a double batch of this. It's the first time, that's why I have 2 pots going. One pot's not going to be big enough once I mix all the stuff in at the end. So like I said, first thing, we're just boiling the water, cooking the pasta as normal. Then we're going to drain it and move on to the other directions for the recipe. Alright, so while the pasta finishes cooking, I'm going to go ahead and add some things here to the blender. I'm adding the milk, heavy cream, and Worcestershire sauce in here. The carrots will go in here too, but they actually have to be boiled first. I'm using the pot that the pasta's in, but I am going to go ahead and do the other ingredients minus the carrots in here, just so I can multitask a little bit and save some time. Alright, so this is one of the pots I drained the pasta out of. It's still got some that stuck to the bottom, but I just refilled to use the same pot. We're boiling it again, and the carrots are going to go in here. So the recipe says to do 2 carrots chopped. I have found that I prefer using shredded carrots. It just is already smaller to begin with, so when we put it in the blender, it gets smoother faster. So certainly do what you want, but that is what I use. By the way, sorry if that last shot was shaky. I was busy making an entire mess over here that I have to clean up now. And also, by the way, in case you were wondering, yes, since it says 2 carrots on the recipe and I buy shredded, I just kind of estimate the shredded to see like what do I think is 2 carrots worth. This probably looks like a lot, but remember I'm doubling the recipe, so I wanted what would be like 4 carrots worth. Alright, the carrots are almost done and ready to go in the blender. And then in this bowl, I'm going to put the flour, ground mustard, garlic powder, and cayenne pepper and just mix it all together. Nothing more as of this point. Alright, so the carrots are tender. They're going to go ahead in the blender now. I like to use this thing. It's got a handle. The colander, just the shredded carrots get down in there too much and I lose them. So I like to use this. The netting's quite a bit tighter. Nothing falls through. So I'll just scoop these carrots out of here and put them in the blender. Alright, so here is our spiced flour. We're not going to do anything with that till we mix it with the melted butter for our roux. But now we're going to go and blend. So here's the blender. I'm kind of nervous because it's very full. Normally it's not this full, but again, I'm doubling it. remember, if you're inexperienced with a blender, you always want to hold the lid to so it doesn't go flying off. So then I just like to check it. The whole point of the carrots is to just give it kind of more of a mac and cheese color. That and the sharp cheddar cheese will do that. So this looks pretty good. You can see in the middle there that heavy whipping cream starting to do its frothy thing. This looks pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and move on. So we are back to our crusty pans here with all of the mac and cheese in the bottom. It's fine, we're gonna put the stuff back in now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna melt the butter. Then I'm going to mix in the flour. And then we have to move really quickly with the milk and the cheese. So I'm gonna get all that so that I can try to show you and bam, 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 do it all at once. All right, so this is the spiced flour, but it's doubled. So I've got 5 tablespoons of butter melting in each pot. I'm gonna put half of this in each of those pots. All right, so here's the spiced flour, 5 tablespoons melted butter in each. Going to divide this and put half of this in each of those 2 pots. All right, and then basically we're just gonna mix that spiced flour in with the butter, and it's gonna give us this really thick paste-like consistency. That is what we call the roux. All right, so now this carrot and milk combo is gonna go in there, and I'm going to combine it. I'll show you what it looks like after I've done that. All right, so milk carrot mixture is in there. We're just going to stir it up. It says to whisk it, but I've done it both ways, and I honestly think it turns out the same. So if you want to pull out an extra whisk to do it, go for it. But if not, I think you'll be okay. You'll be able to tell when it's done mixing because that kind of darker roux color will blend in, and you won't be able to see it separately in this mix. All right, so next I'm going to put in the cheddar cheese, half of this in each. Before you add the cheese, it should be already kind of a thick consistency. And then it says in small batches, but I am both cooking and filming this, so we're just gonna have to make do. All right, and then we're gonna do a little bit of this. The recipe calls for a fontina, but I can never find that, so I just do a mild white cheese. I've done other things before. I've done Gruyere. This is Monterey Jack, and we're gonna throw 4 ounces of that in each. This is a 16 ounce bag, so we're gonna do, you know, 25% of this per pot. All right, so we are almost done. We're mixing in this cheese. This sauce at this point, guys, is gonna be really, really extremely thick. And then after that, we're just gonna put the cooked macaroni back in here and coat it. I'm gonna go ahead off camera, finish stirring this up, adding the macaroni, and put it in the nice little tin pans that I'm actually taking to the event. And I will show you guys what it looks like when it's all finished. Oh, and I'm gonna season it with salt and pepper too. All right, and here is the finished Blamco mac and cheese, ready to go. Wes already told me, even though there's gonna be like 40 people at this event, he is hoping there will be extra. So I hope you guys had fun hanging out with me making mac and cheese. If you haven't already, give this video a big thumbs up, and I hope you will consider subscribing. I make new beauty content videos on Sundays and lifestyle on Wednesdays, totally free to subscribe, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye!